Hey everybody, welcome back to Obra Dinn. If you caught the end of the last episode, I talked about how I basically did the first 9 episodes in one sitting, essentially. And wow, I like couldn't stop. I was kind of addicted to figuring things out. And then I kind of got to the point, as you saw, where I was like, okay, we have the story, we have all the chapters. Now I need to figure out like really how to make some of these connections. So to save you guys a lot of ums and ahs, which there's definitely still will be some, what I did is I went through literally every chapter in the book and made notes. So I went from the beginning. Actually, I started here because I knew that I had a connection to make. But then I went back to the beginning of the book, and I have 2 pages worth of notes. Just little notes to myself, and I'll share those notes as we go. Just little like hints for like what to maybe look for, reminders for myself, and that way I can try to piece together like who's who and what's what. Also, a lot of you guys have been sending me like non-spoilery little tips, and basically boils down to a few things. Number 1, look at who people are hanging out with. Number 2, look at who or look at what people are wearing. Number 3, pay attention to their positions on board. Number 4, don't just like look at the scenes for the story elements, but like really analyze the scenes, like who's talking to who's helping who, that kind of thing. And I think with those, I've come up with a couple of things that maybe can help guide us through making these connections. So this first one here, in the midshipman's cabin, we've got this little situation going on. I think what we'll probably do is end up replaying some of these memories. So let's hit this one. And I think I have an idea for here, maybe a couple.
Oh no, you're cut.
Don't leave me.
Bear up, son. I'll stay with you.
Tell Pete's mother I tried my best
Aye.
to pull him back, to save him.
You tell her yourself. Brennan, bring the surgeon's kit.
Okay. So now that I've had the chance to kind of like really analyze and think about this, what are they saying here? So this guy, he's saying tell Pete's mother. Now Pete is obviously a friend of his. And if we look at him here, he is standing here with a couple of other people. Now we did figure out Charles Herstick was spiked, and he was the guy that was sick with the cows or whatever. So what this is where I'm gonna start making assumptions and like really lighten things up here. So this guy is a midshipman, Charles. I presume that since these guys are all dressed the same-ish and hanging out together, that they're all midshipmen. Now, if we want to look at the group of midshipmen, I believe... Where's my crew list here? I believe I saw that there was only 3 of them. Yeah. So, if we know who Charles is, then we know this person must be Thomas because he said, tell Pete's mother, which means we can identify who Pete is and we can identify who Thomas is. Now, let's first of all start with that. So this guy, we're going to say, is definitely Thomas. Thomas. Let's go. Midshipman. This unknown midshipman, I don't know why it's showing that. Because that's Charles, but either way. So we know this. I think... Oh, I don't know. I don't know if we can figure out who the attacker is yet, but we'll walk through it and see if anything clicks for us. He was definitely knifed in the back. We can also then identify this person as Pete. Now, let's see if the explosion thing clicks here. So Peter Milroy blast... Oh, sick! Absolutely sick. That's amazing. Okay. So he was saying I tried to pull him back, and he was blasted by that explosion, as we figured out. Just wasn't sure who was who there. Samuel Peters was crushed by fallen cargo. Very nice. I mean, like not, but, you know, also good for us. Lars was clubbed by Nathan Peters. And we get a few more Death Skull lines, as it were. Okay, that's actually... That's a great way to start. Now, there's some other things that I noticed in here when I was analyzing the scene, okay? So we've identified those three boys, I guess. Now, this guy, he says something at the end of this. Let me go back. He says something. We're in the escape. Let's go to the transcript here. He says, "You tell yourself," and then he yells, "Brennan, bring the surgeon's kit." Now, when we first came through the scene, I was like, oh yeah, there's a Brennan, but I'm not sure who he was talking to. And so I'm like kind of really trying to figure out what's going on here. And he's yelling out this way, "Brennan, get the surgeon's kit." Now there's two people here, and I'm like, it could be this guy, but he's looking over this way, but that's not necessarily the end of the world. But then I got this dude, and he's literally cupping his ear, trying to hear what is being called out. And so I have to assume that this guy is Brennan. And we know that he was knifed by Witterell at the very beginning. So we have another person's name. Now he is down where? Is he a seaman? Yes, Henry Brennan. Now this is where it's a little tougher to identify like friends, but I can assume that basically all of these guys are then seamen, I think. And by that, I can narrow down our list of potential suspects or people to analyze and look for. So this is what I pulled out of this section. And what I'm going to do is walk you through all of my other notes, essentially, and go from there. And maybe we can start to make some other connections. So what I did is, to really help myself, was I went through the beginning. Most of these are done. So loose cargo. Samuel Peters was crushed. That's fine. We knew that one, even though it was just confirmed. The bitter cold, Syed we knew. Rajub we knew. They have some other friends that we can try to identify as well. The large cow was slaughtered, so that's all fine. The murder, we know that Nunzio Pasqua was knifed by Edward, so that part's done. This guy, now, okay. This is a bit confusing, and actually I'm going to revisit the place for this corpse. It's on the main deck, and this is the guy that was strung up at the top. So let me leave here. And the assumption that I made was, oh, okay, he was clubbed to death by that guy. But it's quite clear now that we had those other three confirmed and that one wasn't, that is incorrect. And by figuring that out, we know that that wasn't his cause of death. And I was thinking, okay, maybe they clubbed him and then like framed him and things like that. That's not quite the case, I guess. And so we really need to figure out what happened to this guy. So let's watch this again.
Hok Seng Lao, you have been found.
Well, it's definitely Hok Seng Lao up there. That we know.
Murder of Nunzio Pasqua.
We know he didn't murder Nunzio.
Quiet. As captain of this ship, and by the authority of the East India Company, and thus the Crown of England, I sentence you to death by firing line. Mr. Wolf, when you are ready.
Right, sir. Ready, men. Aim.
So this was pretty helpful because we identified a Mr. Wolf, so this guy, and we got information on him. He was decapitated by unknown quite yet, and I think I have notes here for finding him later. Let me just check. So he perished in the Doom Part 4. So yes, we will be going to the Doom Part 4 eventually. But I want to kind of keep things clean here and walk you guys through my thought processes. Some of them I'm going to be able to be like, okay, when I was doing my review, I'm able to kind of have an idea of who's who, and I'll kind of walk you through that. But yeah, he's not the one we're here for. We're here for this guy. Now, it's clear that he wasn't clubbed by Edward Nichols. Remember when we saw him down at the bottom there? Maybe he's not actually dead there, and he is factually alive while he is being strung up. And I could convince myself, I guess, that that makes sense, only because, well, A, I guess it wasn't confirmed by the game, so that's good. But also, people would have been like, that dude's like not moving. you're hanging this, like, this guy's already dead. Like, I think people probably would have figured that out. So maybe it was a bit presumptuous on my part. But it's quite clear that he did get shot here. The question is by who? And I want to take a look to see. Like, these guys all appear to be shooting him. But actually not all are shooting him, which is kind of trippy. I remember we initially put this as all these guys, like, he was just shot. And I was like, well, I don't know, by enemy or something, right? It had to be. But if we take a really close look, and this took me a long time to notice. I went and looked at, like, everybody around here. I was like, is there anything weird going on? And then I started to notice, wait a second. Like, this guy, you can see his shot fires off to the left. This guy's shot fires off to the right. This guy's shot fires off to the right, and just barely. But then you got this dude. And who is this dude? Well, that's Brennan. And we have a nice little connection there, don't we? It's awesome. Okay, so let's go here. He was shot by Brennan as part of the firing line. I'm like, when I put these in, I'm gonna make like, let's say confidence levels. I'll put some estimated confidence levels. I'm like 95% sure that is now gotta be correct. It has to be. It has to be, right? Like, it can't not be. I think. I think that's right. Okay, so now, did I skip ahead? Oh, maybe I did get ahead of myself. 1 second. So we're in murder part 2. That's good. I need to go into the calling section now after the murder. So I think this is all done. Murder part 2, I'm like 90% confident that that's good. Murder part 3, I still don't know who this is. And I don't have any clues here. So I'm hoping we find this guy through like another way of looking at this. If there wasn't a name or anything else to really go off of it from what I picked up on, then I would move on to the next chapter kind of thing. So now we're into the calling, and we need to go to the calling part 3. I don't have any information here. There's this is where we identified Miss Lim, and all of that is fine. There might be some analyzing in here, but I'm going to take you through my notes first, and then we'll start going back and try to make more connections. So, calling part 3, I have a note. O'Hagan, you still breathing? Can you row? And then somebody says, help. And this says, Nichols, sir, shoot them for God's sakes. So I want to look into this one. I have my notes say O'Hagan rowing. So let's go here. Only accessible through another corpse, which is likely going to be near the end here, right? Corpse was moved post-mortem. So main deck. Let's go and check that out. I need to exit this one. Now, I don't know if you guys have, like, the way that my brain works, trying to figure these things out as you're going seems very difficult. I definitely noticed things that I have missed early on, and I think it was because I'm trying to, like, focus on the mechanics. It's like drinking from a fire hose. There's a lot happening. But yeah, now we're going to try and get this. So, where am I? It's right over here. So we have these 3 people that were out at sea. Do we know who this is? I think we have to investigate through here. This is the calling part 6.
Ahoy!
That's fine.
Ahoy! Wait! Don't shoot! I have treasure! I yield!
I want to go into this one. I want to find part 3. This is part 5. I do need to go to part 6, but I want to try and go in order, and you have to access these through the other bodies. Part 4. And hopefully this is part 3. Part 2? Great, I missed it.
Keep rowing! Where is it? There! Something there! I see it! Give us a weapon! Shoot it! Mike and I! Pick up the oars and row, you fools!
We did get one here. Who is this guy? Unknown. Oh yeah, this guy here. Let's see. This is probably not the one that I want. Part 1. Of course I missed it. Of course I picked a different one.
Aye, sir. Checked and loaded up.
Unless this could be it.
Stay quiet and alert. If the wind picks up, we've no chance against the Obra
This is probably going to be the most confusing area to navigate, only because you have to go through other corpses. Yeah, no, I think...
This is strange things about monsters.
I need to try and find the other one. Okay. So I'm going to need to leave here. I can't investigate either of these. Fun times. We'll try that again. So this is where the guy was burning. We know that. Is he confirmed for us? Yes. Okay. Excellent. Go into here. I'm trying to find part 3. We have this here. This is Edward Nichols. We're pretty sure. I think he's the one that's shot as they're pulling up. Is it this guy? Give me part 3. There we go. Okay. So there was a name in this transcript.
O'Hagan, you're still breathing.
O'Hagan.
Can you roll? Nichols, sir, shoot them for God's sake.
Okay, so O'Hagan, can you row? So presumably that's this guy. Presumably this would be O'Hagan. Right? Now, what is O'Hagan? Let's see if we can find this out. O'Hagan, where are you? So he's a seaman from Ireland. Was speared by terrible beasts. Certainly that's what it looks like. So, because he's still on the rowing. Oh, actually, hold on. Maybe this is O'Hagan. Yeah, because he's got the oar here. My bad. Maybe it's not this guy. I think it's this guy. Gotta be, because he's saying, can you still row? And this here, yeah, this is the second mate. Somebody's saying, Sir Nichols. Let's actually review this. O'Hagan, you still breathing? Can you row? Nichols, sir, shoot them for God's sakes. Okay, so that means... O'Hagan, you still breathing? Can you row? And then he says, Nichols, sir, shoot them for God's sake. So the voice is, I think, coming from the other one. The other boat, maybe? But I based on the oar, I'm going to say that this is O'Hagan. I'm going to say this is O'Hagan. Let's put this here. And I don't know what his fate is just yet. It looks like he was... what? It's a tough one. Maybe he drowned? There's something there that I can't really make out. That's like... oh, it's like a pipe. But But he's not being pulled over or anything like that. She is being pulled over. Yeah, interesting. Interesting. And so then Nichols, they're saying, Nichols, are you all right? That's this guy. I don't know whose voice the other one is. Maybe here? Don't know who that would be. This guy, we're not sure, but he was speared by a beast. That's fine. I'm just not sure what this is. I'm going to put this down as like a 50% guess that he drowned. Because he's going overboard. By an unknown attacker, we'll say beast. There might be more within this that we can follow. So he's the only dude with like suspenders, I think. So what happens in the next scene, I wonder? Is he still showing? Let's check a body here. So this is part 3. Let's see where he is in these. Okay, this is part 2 now.
Keep rowing!
Oh, yeah, okay, so this is definitely him rowing.
I see it!
It's definitely him rowing, and he's got that pipe.
Pick up the oars and row, you fools!
So now what I want is actually I want to see part 4. So I want to see what I saw previously and just see where he ends up. Because there he's alive. Then he's like falling over the boat. But there's not a physical like being drowning him. But I mean, these guys are the cause, obviously. So this is 5. Let's see if we can see him here. I think he's probably just gone by then. This is the woman. Yeah. These are the weird creatures. And he's like nowhere to be seen here. This guy is Nichols. This is the dude that's burned. Yeah, okay. So let's go to this one. And interestingly, I think part 4 maybe can help us solve part 3. Okay, so can we see Brennan anywhere? Here's the ore. This is another seaman at sea with these guys. This is probably Nichols being a little bitch. I don't know why I decided to go so hard on him there. Still don't know who this guy is. Yeah, different guy. So he's gone. He is completely gone. And there's a paddle out here. So that's got to be Brennan being drowned. Now, the only question is... O'Hagan. The only question is... Wait, are these guys both Irish? Patrick O'Hagan, Henry Brennan. Hold on a second. Are these both Irish? True. Brennan, England. Okay, never mind. O'Hagan's Irish. Fine. Pretty sure that that's correct, but I might need one more to confirm it. He has to have drowned there, right? He has to have drowned. The Calling, part 3. No. Where are we? Yeah, The Calling, part 3. That's murder. Now, this is the guy we actually need to investigate, strangely enough. So, I actually don't know who this is here, but let's look at how they died. Are we in? We have to go back to part 3 again. But I think we've figured out who O'Hagan is. You still breathing, can you row? Yeah. Okay, so we need to go back to part 3 to investigate this guy. And just at least we can maybe figure out the cause of death. Using logic, like a wizard. We can skip that. And then do we want to go into hers? Yeah, I keep forgetting. There's part 4. This person as well, we don't know. Give us a weapon. So something in Russian, Mother of God, keep rowing. They're here, bang the chest. Where is it? There, something there. I see it. Give us a weapon. Miss Lim, stay down. Okay. And then this guy. I think this is the part we want to be at. Yeah. Let's see if we can find the cause of death at least. Or we've identified O'Hagan from somewhere else.
Can you roll? Nichols, sir, shoot them for God's sake.
So what is his cause of death here? This guy's attacking him, I think. It certainly looks like it. What's the transcript for him? Nothing. Okay, well, this guy's definitely speared by Beast. But I don't know what's going on here. What kind of options would fit this? Looks like he's being attacked by someone. But it's very hard to sort out who, like... Is he being strangled? And why is he doing that? I couldn't even say for certainty that he's being strangled. That's the thing. Right? What if we look back a chapter here? Speared by Beast. Speared by Beast. Don't know. And then she was clawed. And then he was burned. Okay. So maybe we take the same approach where we look for this guy's body in this chapter in 4. Yeah. So we need to go back and see her body instead of going to this one in the other chapter. But I want to look to see what's happened to this guy, the bald dude. It's just like, holy smokes, man. This is really... difficult to piece together. Okay, so that's him burning after he dealt with the guy. Now the guy is not here anymore, which could lead us towards him just drowning because he's gone. But some of the guys that got speared are also missing. But their cause of death was likely the spear. So let's go to hers. And we'll look for Baldy. And then we'll move on. So this guy's have like this magic shell that has, I think, summoned these creatures. Hey, who's this? Speared by Beast. Hiding. Oh. Oh, no. Okay, that's still him before he burns. Is this our guy? Oh, he's knifed. Oh, he's knifed. I think this is our guy. Man, it's so confusing. I really gotta make sure that I do this correctly, but I have him here as... didn't I just say he was bald? But he's definitely knifed, this dude. And I'm gonna say that he was knifed by the Formosa dude. Is it this guy? Lim is the woman, I believe. It could be Bang, actually. Let me check this guy here. Yeah, it Bang Sia. Okay, so I think he knifed him. Even though this is not his death scene, this is where we can see him actually dead. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Weird that you can't see that, though. I guess you... Okay, if you look at his hand there now, you can see he's just holding the handle of something. So that's very clear to me that we have this correct. The only problem is, I don't know what this guy's name is yet. I don't know what his name is yet. So we'll have to see. Okay, now what I'd like to do is visit part 6, which is, I believe, them pulling up to the boat. Yeah. So Edward Nichols was shot with a gun by an unknown attacker. Remember the guy in the boat with the rifle? So he says, ahoy. Somebody says, they're back. Get the captain. Ahoy. Recover the boats. Wait, don't shoot. I have treasure. I yield. Hold your fire. Now, I'm in a way leaning towards, who was it here? Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Because this is Nichols. The second mate. Yeah, I don't... So it can't be him. I was thinking, oh, maybe it's Nichols that shot, but nope. This is definitely Nichols. But we need to look at who the shooter was in this scenario. So I need to find his death, which is at the beginning of this sequence, or the end, depending on how you're looking at things. Actually, if I go here... let's see his memories. Perish in the Calling Part 6. Corpses moved post-mortem. Okay, let me go back out. Let's see if we can see that shooter. Perfect.
Ahoy! Well, back. Here's the captain. Ahoy! Wait! Don't shoot! I have treasure! I yield! Hold your fire!
So, these guys were on the boat and then sent out, have this treasure, and now are back. So this dude is the only one that survived this whole thing. This whole attack by these creatures, right? He's got the royal man and woman there. He was shot by this person. Now, who is that? He is the left... Oh, right. Do we know this guy? We might know this guy. Well, if we know these three, then we do know this guy. Oh! So this guy is... Gotta be Chiotan. Boom, baby! Oh, that's good. Okay, now plus, that gives us the killer. That gives us the killer that we just saw, too. So Spike by Terrible Beast. That one, okay, that's good confirmation. Very nice. Felt pretty confident about it. And then this one we knew from the very beginning, but we didn't know who this guy's name was. Things are clicking. Oh, it's good. So good, so nice. Guys, thanks for being here, you know? Thanks for witnessing these big brain moments. And now we can actually say this guy was shot by that Formosan dude. Chiotan. So we know that that is 100% correct. That is correct. Okay, now, do we know what? Can we piece together any of the other things out here? So we had this guy presumably shouting the other line. He was clubbed somewhere, unknown. Yeah. Let me see the transcript for this one again. So we are in the calling, part 6. So the guy that shot was Formosan. So he is not English. Ahoy. Okay, they're back. Get the captain. Ahoy. Recover the boats. Wait, don't shoot. I have treasure. I yield. Hold your fire. But this guy doesn't speak English, nor did he care, I guess. And maybe blame this guy for what happened to these others in his group. So this person here is like kind of giving orders. Get the captain, recover the boats, hold your fire. So he's got to be relatively important, I would say. Plus he looks like pretty well dressed. Yeah. So who... Okay, yeah, so he's like one of a few that we don't know. We have the first mate. We have the second mate. We have the captain. We don't know which one he is. But this has got to be first, second, like third, fourth maybe? Like maybe he's the fourth mate? Oh, wait. Now, he was not part of the Martin section, was he? Pretty sure I had this guy as Martin, but I wasn't 100% on it. So I'm going to put him as Martin. Because he was in the memory where Abigail was calling out to him. Let's see. Where's Abigail get crushed? I'm pretty sure it... Oops. Do it again. So not him. This guy. Nope. This guy. 9 memories. Show on the deck map. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to say for fair certainty that that is, in fact, Martin. To confirm it, what we'll do is we'll see if if this guy that I'm looking at is depicted there as well. Watch, he will be. No, he's not. He wasn't there. So that is awesome news because now I can say that this guy is in fact the fourth mate. Or the fourth mate. Oh wait. John Davies. Wait, do I know who... Okay, hold on. I gotta look at John Davies real quick. Crew. John Davies, torn apart by Beast. Where do I have him in the photo? John Davies. Martin. John Davies, torn apart by Beast. I'm going to say that's not right anymore. Escape Part 1, which is way later in my notes. And, spoiler, I even put in my notes, Davies, wrong hat. So, yeah. Okay, so that's not John Davies. This is John Davies. Thank you very much. This guy is unknown. Thank you very much. This guy was clubbed by unknown. Where did he die? Escape Part 5. Yeah, we're going to get there too. We're going to get there as well. Okay, so we've identified a few people. This was very, very good, if I do say so myself. I'll wrap it up here. And when we come back, we're going to be investigating the next chapter, Unholy Captives, Part 1. I have some notes there as well. And we'll go from there. Okay, wish me luck. Bye-bye.